Alright guys, it is week 7. We're finishing up lesson 18.1, measure time intervals, and this is activity 2 on your lesson plan, page 568 to 570. This is the last pages we're going to be doing out of the book. Okay, let's look at page 568. Samantha practices for a kayak race from 8:02 a.m. to 8:49 a.m. How long does Samantha practice? So right here we have our start time and we have our end time. And I notice both times have an 8 in the hour. So I could use a clock. I could make a timeline and start at 8:02 and count the minutes to 8:49, but the easiest way when the hours are the same is to use subtraction. So I'm going to put 8:49 on top minus 8:02. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 minus 0 is 4. So between 8:02 and 8:49 there are 47 minutes. Question 9. Amy reads a book from 9:15 a.m. to 9:29 a.m. before she goes to class. During lunch she reads the same book from 1:18 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. How long does Amy read the book? So we have two separate times that she's reading. The first time, let's just focus on that. The first time is from 9:15 to 9:29. We want to know how many minutes are in between 15 and 29. And they're both 9 o'clock. We just need to know the difference in the minutes. So we can do 9:29 minus 9:15. You really could just write 29 minus 15 there because the 9's the same. 9 minus 5 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. We have both 9's, and that's important. We can only do this if the hours are the same number. So we have 14 minutes that she read. If we count it up from 9:15 to 9:29, there'd be 14 minutes. Then the second time she read from 1:18 to 1:35. Again, they're both in the same hour. They both have a 1 in the hour spot in front of the two dots. So we are just trying to find the difference in the minutes. The minutes are what's after the two dots. So how many minutes come in between 18 and 35? We can do 1:35 minus 1:18. Go next door. 15 minus 8 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's 17 minutes. Now we want to know how long she read, so we have to put those two together. 14 plus 17 to see how many minutes she read all together. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3. 31 minutes. Okay. Let's look at number 10. Lucas does his science homework from 5:12 p.m. to 5:43 p.m. It takes him 5 more minutes to do his history project than it does to finish his science homework. How long does it take Lucas to finish his history project? We're looking for history, but to figure out how long it took him to do the history project, it takes 5 more than the science did. So first I have to figure out this. I have to figure out how long it took him to do science, and then I would figure out what 5 more minutes would be. So I need to know how many minutes is it from 5:12 to 5:43. So I can do that on a number line, and I'll show you that too. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, I can just subtract because they both have a 5. I'll do both of them. I don't want to not do the number line and remind you how to do that, because you might need to use that over here on your independent work. So 5:12 is our start time, and I want to go to 5:43, and I can add in any way that works for me to get from 12 to 43. So what what works for me is to add 3 minutes first, because that gets me to 5:15, which I like the number 15 because I can count by 5s then, or 10s. So let's do 5:25. Let's go a little faster. 5:25, add 10 minutes, and then add 10 more minutes to get to 5:35. Then I'm going to add 5 minutes to get to 5:40, and from 40 to 43 would be 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes to get to 5:43. Running out of paper there. So then all the minutes all together is 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 minutes. Let's do it the easy way though. 5:43 minus 5, 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Look at that. Same thing, but wait, there was a second step here. That's how long it takes him to do his science. It takes 5 more minutes to do his history. So we have to add 5 minutes to get the number for history. 1 plus 5 is 6. 3. So it took him 36 minutes to do history. Notice that they put 31 minutes up there as a choice just to try to trick you. See if you read carefully. Hey, Kira got on the tour bus at 5:15 p.m. She got off the bus at 5:37. How long was she on the bus? We notice both times start with 5 in the hour. So I can just subtract 5:37 minus 5:15. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is 22 minutes. Now let's take just a minute and kind of go over the directions on your independent work for today, because there's a few tricky ones on here and I'll give you some hints. So the first 4 questions give you clocks that you can use to find how much time is in between the start and the end time. And they have the clock showing the start time, 1:10, and you would just count around to get to 1:55, or if they both start with the same hour, you can use subtraction to find the elapsed time. Now notice on number 2, they do not start with the same hour, so you can't subtract 40 minus 15 and get the correct answer. You'll need to probably use the clock since they've given it to you and count the minutes to get from 3:40 to get up to 4 o'clock, which would be right here. And then how many minutes would it take to get to 4:15? So remember, your minute hand's going to go all the way up so it's 4 o'clock, and then right to here to 4:15. We want to know how many minutes, remember each little mark on here is a minute, but we can count them in groups of 5 just to make it faster. Okay, on number 3, you can use the clock, or you can note that both of them start with 12, so you can use subtraction. Same thing on number 4, you can use the clock or you can use subtraction. On number 5, it says Dane started running at 3:30. In case you're not sure what time that is, 3:30 is 3:30. We didn't get to spend enough time reviewing all of those, that vocabulary this year. He stopped running at 10 minutes after 4. 10 minutes after 4 means 4:10. So you're going to have to find a way to figure out maybe a number line, or maybe you can just imagine a clock or look at one of these clocks to think how many minutes from 3:30 until 4 o'clock, and then how many minutes from 4 to 4:10. I would put that together. So you're going from 3:30 up to 4, then to 4:10 to find the elapsed time. On number 6, it says Mayoshi began making dinner at 5:25 p.m. He finished making dinner at 6:07 p.m. He served dinner to his guests from 7:10 p.m. until 7:33 p.m. How long did it take Mayoshi to make and serve dinner? So you have to find how much time between 5:25 and 6:07, and then how much time from 7:10 to 7:33, and then add those times together. The first one you won't be able to use the subtraction strategy. So you're going to have to think, maybe draw a number line. Take 5:25, you could add 5 minutes and get to 5:30, and you could go 30 minutes to get to 6 o'clock, and then 7 more minutes to get to 6:07, so you could add that up that way. And then on this one you could use subtraction to find the difference between 7:33 and 7:10. But once you have the number of minutes here and the number of minutes here, you're going to have to add them together. Number 7, Mr. Divak leaves for work at 8:15 a.m. He gets to work at 8:33 a.m. How long does it take Mr. Divak to get to work? So you can just use subtraction. I think would be your best strategy on that one, since they both have the same hour. Number 8, Kara started her homework at 6:10 p.m. She finished at 6:49 p.m. How long did it take Kara to do her homework? Start time, end time, they both have a 6. So you can use subtraction, find the difference between 49 and 10. Number 9 is a little harder. Art class begins at 1:30 p.m. It ends at 2:13 p.m. How long does art class last? So you're really going to probably need to draw a number line here. Let's start at 1:30, and I would just make a big jump here, 30 minutes. 1:30 plus 30 minutes would be 2 o'clock. And then to go from 2 o'clock to 2:13, well, that's 13 minutes to get from o'clock to 13. So now you can figure out how long art class is. Number 10, a TV show starts at 5:03 p.m. It lasts 55 minutes. What time does the show end? So what's happening here is we're starting at 5:03, and we're wanting to add 55 minutes and find out what time that'll be 55 minutes later. Now on this problem, it actually does not go into the next hour. Sometimes this won't work, but for this time I'll tell you it does. You can just add 55 minutes to the time, and you'll know what time the show ends. Okay, number 11. Ben gets on a bus at Main Street at 10:13 a.m. The bus arrives at Elm Street at 10:27 a.m. It waits for 10 minutes, and it arrives at Broadway at 10:50 a.m. How long is Ben on the bus if he rides from Main Street to Broadway? Well, this one kind of gives you some extra information, because really Ben's going to sit on the bus even when it arrives at Elm Street, even when it waits for 10 minutes. His starting time is 10:13. His ending time is 10:50 on this problem. This stuff that happens in between really doesn't affect our answer. We just want to know, gets on at Main Street at 10:13 and then arrives at Broadway at 10:50. How long is he on the bus? So We want to know the elapsed time, how much time has passed between those two times, and you can just do a subtraction problem. It will be the easiest way to solve that. Okay, and number 12. Marcella works on her art project from 4:10 to 4:35 p.m. Then she takes a break. She continues to work on her project from 6:25 p.m. to 6:43 p.m. How long does Marcella work on her art project? So we need to know how many minutes is she working from 4:10 to 4:35, same hour, so you can use subtraction. Then we need to figure out how many minutes from 6:25 to 6:43. Again, they're both the same hour, so you can just subtract the minutes. And then we're going to put how many minutes from here and how many minutes we had from here and add them together. All right. Good luck. Remember to take a picture and turn in your work to your math teacher.